Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new episode of Retro Smash TV. Thank you very much for joining me. Wow, what a week it's been. I've got loads of pickups to go through. Mainly, well, I say mainly, all for the PlayStation 4, which I'm absolutely loving at the moment. But before I get into that, I just want to welcome all the new subscribers. Last week we just had an upturn of subscribers to the channel, so thank you very much. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for clicking that subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you in the comments. And that brings me on to, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up, drop any comments in the comment section, and make sure, all importantly, you're hitting that subscribe button so you never miss an episode of this, which is Retro Smash TV. So let's get into the pickups. So I've just been on a mini game hunt, picked up a couple of bits. I'm just going to go through those now. The first thing I just want to say, it was so refreshing to see so many new games in the local charity shops. There was lots of PlayStation 2. I even saw PlayStation 1. Unfortunately, with the PlayStation 1 games, the Tomb Raider 3 that was there, although it had the manual, the case was absolutely ruined, and you don't get much more than the $2.95 that they was charging in the trade-in. The only game there that was worth the money was Buster Groove, but unfortunately it had the manual, but it didn't have the front inlay, so I know CEX wouldn't have taken that, and unfortunately the condition of the disc, the actual cases wasn't very good, so they stayed behind. I was tempted by the FIFAs that were in there, can't lie, but I left them there for, well, they're going to be there for months. So anyway, I did pick up something which was worth trading in. It's not a huge amount on a voucher, but it's Lord of the Rings Conquest. I did see this in, I saw this in the charity shop last week and I left it behind. But this week I decided just to pick it up. So I bought this for £3. It does trade in for £5. So that's going to be on the way to CEX so we can get some credit. So I picked up that. And also, the theme of this episode is cheaper than CEX. So I've created a big long list of games I want to collect for the PlayStation 4. And I've also put the price at the time that I was looking at these games into in my notebook, in my phone, so I can cross-reference prices. So if I see something online, on eBay, on Vinted, on Facebook Marketplace, anywhere else, I know what the prices are. So as you know, I want to pay as little as I can for these games. So if I can, I'll get it from wherever the cheapest avenue is. And there is a local video game shop here. It's not a retro video game shop, but it's a bit like CEX, but it's just an independent shop. So I haven't been in there for a while, and I saw a game in there that was cheaper than CEX. It was £6 cheaper in this shop than it is in CEX. It's a game that was on the list, excuse me, and that game is Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. So as you know, guys, I want to collect all the classics. Metal Gear Solid being a game that was originally on PlayStation 1. There's been so many different titles of this game, and I really want to give this a real good go. From what I've heard from my guy Jordan, it's quite a relatively short game, so yeah, hopefully we can get into this quite soon and get it finished with, and I'll let you guys know what I think of the game. But yeah, £2. I've saved £6 by buying it from this shop than I would going to CEX, so well happy with that. We continue with the theme of being cheaper than CEX. CEX is not the only place where I buy video games from. It is the most convenient if you've got voucher, but since I've not been going to the car boot sales, I haven't really been picking up anything to trade in unless it's from my own personal collection. So I took to Vinted and I picked up a couple of games. I'm just going to have a look on my pad because I need to look at what the prices are that I paid for these two games. So in total, I paid £13 for these two games. If I was to buy these two in CEX, they would have cost me £30, and the games are Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat XL. So Mortal Kombat 11, I own this game on the Nintendo Switch. It doesn't play very well. The graphics aren't as good as what they are on either the Xbox or the PlayStation. This game was recently on the Xbox Game Pass, which I downloaded and played, and oh my god, the graphics blew me away. I was enticed into this game, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So to get it on the PlayStation 4, I'm really happy with that. So this one cost me £5, and this is including postage, so £5 all in. This game is £15 in CEX, so that saved me £10. This game here, again, Mortal Kombat XL. I've not played this game, but from watching videos and footage, I think I'm really hooked into the Mortal Kombat genre. So as you know, I'm a huge Street Fighter fan. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat is what we kind of grew up on. We either like Street Fighter or you like Mortal Kombat. I'm kind of moving towards Mortal Kombat at the moment, so I'm going to really give them a good go. And then I saw some games being advertised on Facebook Marketplace. So again, cheaper than what they sell in CEX. So I've got 3 games in my hand. They cost me £10, so I went and collected them. It cost me £10. If I was to buy these from CEX, they would cost me £21. And again, we've got another Mortal Kombat game, and that's Mortal Kombat 11. Again, I've not played this, but I'm really interested to get involved and see if they've got any new characters, because I only know the OG characters, the Raidens, Scorpion, Reptile, Kano, Sub-Zero. So really interesting to get into this and work my way through the Mortal Kombat universe, because there have been so many games. The other game is this DC Super Villains. I'm not a huge Lego fan. All I know is that if you tread on it, it hurts. But I picked this up. My daughter wants to play this game, so we've picked this up. Now this game costs £10. Sorry, this game costs £8 in CEX. And I've paid £10 for the whole bundle. And then whilst I was there, the guy just said, do you want another game? I'll just give it to you for free. And I was like, of course I do, it's free. So that game was Star Wars. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I'm probably not going to play this. I will probably just use this as a replacement case one day. So those are the pickups. There is one more. There is another game. So as you saw last week, I picked up GTA 5. And I picked this up from eBay. It cost me £16, and it's GTA The Trilogy. This game cost £16. In CEX, they charge £25. So that's £9 cheaper than what I would have paid for in CEX. And this game was on the list, so I've saved myself money. So, cheaper than CEX. That's the name of the video. I spent £41 on that bundle there. In CEX, if I was to walk in there and buy all of those games, it would have cost me £84. So I've saved myself £43, which is a whole host of other video games that we could have picked up with that saving. So all in all, really happy with these pickups. Without my daughter knowing, that's probably getting traded in, because you can get £5 on that, and then that's going, so that's another £5, so that's going to be £10. So we're going to have £10 on a voucher. Yeah, let's go CEX. Let's go. Hello guys, right, we're back now from CEX. I did pick up a couple of games and there's a bit of a spanner in the works here because I wasn't expecting to pick up what I picked up. I didn't take the games with me to trade in. I'm going to see if I can build that up and go next week with more of a value on a voucher so we can get some real pickups. So I left them behind. But whilst I was in there, I did manage to pick up something, another game that was on the list. And following on with the theme, I want to pick up all the classics, and this is an absolute classic game. If you're into racing games, fast racing games, this is a game you want to pick up if you haven't already got it. It is Wipeout, the Omega Collection. I remember playing this on PlayStation 1 and literally just bouncing from wall to wall because it was so fast and I couldn't handle it. Visually, really good. I haven't played a Wipeout game since PlayStation 1 day, so I'm really keen to get into this. I can just put it in, play a couple of games, and hopefully we can practice and we can get good, and I'm not just going to be bouncing from side to side. So buzzing for that. So that was £8. I have seen this online, vintage, usually about £5, and then you've got to pay postage, so there's not much price difference from getting it from CEX. And it was there. They had two different variants. This one has got the shiny tin foil kind of case here. I decided to pick that one up because it was more pleasing on my eye, so I did pick that one up. So check that one out. And then this is the one that threw me. So whilst I was in there, as you know as well, I want to pick up, if these games have got steelbook variants and I can find them in CEX for the same price as what they would normally be, then I'm going to pick them up. So whilst I was in there, I was quite surprised that I did find a steelbook in there. It was in nice condition as well. And that game is Mortal Kombat 11. So as you saw, I picked this up already, but this one is the actual steelbook variant. It is really nice. So I decided to pick this up. I don't know if the download codes work, but it's got a manual in it. It's really nice. The slip is in quite nice condition. I'm gonna have to try and get those stickers off without damaging the slip. But really happy with that. So the plan now is to trade this one back into CEX. So this cost £15. This one cost me £5. Now I can trade this back. I can trade this into CEX and get £10. So this ain't going to have cost me much by trading in this game here. So that is the plan. So next week, that is what we are going to be doing. So that is this week's pickups. I'm really pleased with that. I'm pleased at how much money I've saved by being savvy, and you can too. So make sure you're following this channel because I can show you how to get those bargains, making sure you're not paying through the nose or you're paying over the odds. And that is exactly what this channel is all about. So if you're liking this, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, drop your comments in the comment section. What PlayStation 4 games should I be reaching out to? So yeah, the last thing I wanted to say is I used to get a lot of messages from people asking if they could gift me stuff, gift me video games. And at the time I felt like it made me feel a little bit uneasy. So I always refused people who wanted to gift me stuff. Unfortunately, I've been on the receiving end of I've wanted to give things to other people who have also refused. So it made me feel a bit like, all right, okay, F you kind of thing. So guys, I have decided if people are adamant that they want to send anything, gifts or whatever, more than happy to have a conversation with you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. You can drop me a message on Instagram, and we can talk. Obviously I'm not saying send me stuff. I'm just saying I don't want to offend people because yeah, it's easily done. I don't want to turn people away if that's really what you want to do. So yeah, that brings us to next week. So obviously we've got some trading credit that we're going to be taking to CEX. Hopefully we can pick up some games. I've got a huge list that I've created. I really, my other good friend, Wappers, Retro Wappers, he's on a bit of a Tomb Raider thing at the moment. So I think I might be looking at some Tomb Raider games. He's kind of jogged my memory, and obviously seeing that game in the charity shop, I think I might get a Tomb Raider game. Or I might go for some football games. So I'm going to mention him. I'm not his favourite YouTuber. Pixel Paul is his favourite YouTuber. Big up Pixel Paul. It is Retro Rob. I might go for some FIFA games, so maybe some football games. Yeah, big up Retro Rob. I know I'm not your favourite, but maybe because I've shouted you out, maybe I might go from 5 to maybe 4. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's just a little joke between me and Rob. So yeah, guys, all for me to say is make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. I'll see you next week. Have a good week. Take care.